5:30 in the morning. So I just woke up. So I'm not gonna wake up Nick or anything for anything like that. I just want you guys to show you what I'm doing right now for my morning routine, and then we'll go into like the day as well going forward, right? So I just went to do a weigh-in, just did my morning check-in as well. So just showing, looking what the look looks like, sending it to Dorian as well so you can check it out. After that, we're going to be making adjustments on what we're going to be doing today. Also, I wanted to show you guys what I'm doing currently for my morning stack in terms of, supplements. And I always do like a morning drink, and I also take my temperature. So 36.6. So pretty much in a good range. You want to be, but just, it's not necessarily like a end all be all, but it just shows you a little bit how your metabolism is running. You want to be around 36.2-ish to 37, let's say. So we're pretty much in the middle, 36.6. So it's pretty good. All right. So sometimes like after a high day, then you'll be a lot higher, right? Because now metabolism is flying. But today that's pretty good for 2 low days in a row, or like lower days. Let's say it wasn't super low, but so I'm going to be showing you guys what we're going to be doing in terms of my morning routine. So yeah, morning drink, I'm doing creatine, glutamine, electrolytes, taurine, greens, and collagen. So creatine, more like probably one of the best supplements in terms of recovery, increasing muscle mass and all that kind of stuff. But it also will help hydration once you're getting up in the morning, which, when you've had, I just weighed myself just now, and I was on the phone, I think I was showing you guys like 293, but I was actually 292 without the phone in my hand, 292.4. So really, really light, so really flat as well. But that's the best spot that we want to be, so that we're in a good position to start loading up, right? So today should be a pretty high day, which is going to be fun for you guys to see. And again, like, you're going to see what the body looks like in terms of difference between being really flat and then seeing the fullness. In terms of supplements, in pill form, a multivitamin, I take citrus bergamot for your heart. I also take curcumin, vitamin D3, liver control, right? So something that will help. Obviously, using anabolics isn't healthy, but at least if you take the proper supplements to make sure that you stay as healthy as possible. Zinc, which is a driver of micronutrients, helps a lot with the combination with the other micronutrients, and kidney function as well. So certain kidney support, also very important. So that's pretty much my stack in the morning. All right, so just finished doing some cardio and abs. Didn't do a lot of cardio, just like 10 minutes. Fast walk, and did some core. Really important, guys. Like, this is something that is kind of like a staple right now, to every morning, no matter what. And I kind of talked about it on the last vlog, like making sure these things are done. And I've seen a huge difference in, how my physique looks this year, just on how controlled my waist is. So now it's a staple, and it's something that I kind of gave myself, like a resolution, let's say, for the next year, to just implicate this in the off season as well. You know, it's sometimes things that we kind of like let go because it's not as fun to do abs when you don't necessarily see them as etched as they are now. But it'll make a big difference once you hit the stage. So yeah, honestly, like like now, no matter what, showing up this morning, now we're going to go eat, but all these things, even if I wouldn't have had cardio to do, I would still would come to the gym, do some weighted stuff, do some control stuff, some stability work and vacuums, just making sure that all these things are hit. And it doesn't take long. Like it took me maybe 15, 20 minutes to do everything. And then plus the cardio, let's say 30 minutes, and then we're done, and then we're going to start fueling up. And you guys are going to see me, all the meals we're going to get in today, and also the workout we're going to do here at MI 40. So I just saw the gym, really sick gym. It's going to be really cool to hit the shots here. It's a small gym, but the equipment seems awesome, and the atmosphere is kind of like hardcore, which I love. So yeah, it's going to be really fucking cool. So we're back home. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm eating. We're going to compile all the calories today, so you guys can see a little bit what we're doing and what's going to be the difference between the days. So with what I'm taking now, what I'm eating now, I'm going to be taking vitamin C, metformin, right, for balanced glucose control, halotestin, and provirin and Winstrol. Okay, so those are the compounds, oral compounds I'm taking right now. I take them with food. The meal. So first meal of the day, 200 grams of steak. So you can see here, it's kind of like a fattier meat. 130 grams of cream of rice. This one I took the Flavor Gang peanut butter cookie. So for my clients that are in Canada, we don't have access to these yet, but I haven't tasted it yet. For my US clients, you can go on Flavor Gang and get it. But everyone that's from Canada, we're gonna have to be a little bit more patient. But now I'm gonna do a taste test. So 130 grams of cream of rice, 50 grams of raspberries, and a banana. Okay, so that's gonna be my my breakfast with the steak. Okay, I thought I was gonna also include you guys a taste test since I haven't tasted this before. So I've had the brownie, I had the crackberry. Those are my top two so far. Yeah, that's really good. That's really fucking good. Yeah, I would put this, I think I would put this in second place. This is really good. This is really good. I'm a big peanut butter fan. This is really good. I don't even know if I could, I have to put brownie batter at the top, but this is, it's really close for first, actually. It's really, really good. And with fruit, it's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, second place for sure. All right, so meal two, meal one when I went in, no problem. So meal two, 2 eggs with 400 grams of rice, so lots of carbs in this meal, with 190, it's about the equivalent of like 6 ounces, so 190 grams of orange roughy whitefish. So I've tried a couple whitefishes here and there. I ate some cod a lot during the prep, but when I tried the orange roughy, honestly, if you're able to have some in your area, here they actually have it at the grocery store where we went to Whole Foods. Back home, I had to order it frozen because they don't hold a lot of it here because
it's a lot more expensive than most fishes, and also it's not just the fact maybe that it's not as known, isn't been held a lot into the grocery store, just so maybe they lose some of them most of the time when it's fresh. And it comes from, I'm not exactly sure exactly where it's from, but I know it has to travel a lot. So I think there's a lot of risk of losing it. But anyways, just to say, so this is the meal 2. We're gonna have a third meal that's gonna be pretty similar to this before the gym.
All right, so meal number 3. So this is a pre-workout meal. So kind of similar to what we ate on the second meal. So 400 grams of rice, 255 grams of white fish, which is the orange roughy, again, and 10 grams of fat. So fats, protein, carbs, pretty much all the same. This is very similar to the meal that we had before. We're gonna get our supplements in as well, get a little bit of a pre-workout today. We might not do that all week, but for today, we're gonna be okay to get a little bit of caffeine as well during the workout, and that's it. And then you're gonna see what the carbs, at least half the day of the carbs, is doing to the body, right? So I think I'll probably be fuller tomorrow, but at least we'll be able to see what, getting a little bit of carbs in does to the body when I start training a little bit later. All right, so you guys are gonna see all that in a few.
So we're gonna start the training with a pec deck. I kind of wanted to try the Aquarium because I haven't done that one, but we'll do the Atlantis, it's fine. So we'll start with that. We'll do some, probably three sets, just getting really a lot of blood into it, get a lot of focused squeeze, and then we'll get into like the compounds. I want to do maybe like an incline, get a different angles. Like today is going to be a regular training day, like if I'm 3 weeks out. Like it's not like we're not conservative. We have a little bit of food now in the body, so we're going to be able to make it move around, but we're going to train hard. Like it's going to be a regular training today. Maybe closer to the show, we might be a little bit more conservative in terms of pump workout, but today we're going to train for real. Like today is going to be actual workout. Yeah, so we're warmed up now. We're gonna start doing our first set. At this point in prep, like you don't want to do too many sets especially we're not gonna go like crazy heavy. You want to do too many sets just to like warm up. Get into the sets, get in, get out. Don't expend too much energy doing like just junk volume. All right, so pec deck went well. Forgot to do a drop set, but we'll do it here. Still really, really flat. So the carbs are going to start coming in today. Today is carb to get a pump still. Even though we had plenty of water, sleep was good. It's just when you've been depleted for not that long, it's just we depleted pretty hard. So, and with the travel day yesterday too, yeah, it took a toll for sure. But tomorrow will probably be better. Tomorrow the look is going to be fuller for sure. Little crossovers for lower pec. Relax exercise for chest for today. We already did a little bit of incline, so I'm not going to do much. I'm going to do 2 sets and call it a day for chest. Then we're going to go to climbers. Tight sit. Peppered. It's hard just to get in the machine. Woo. Okay. 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 The last week, it's not that it changes so much, it's just that sometimes little things can make a difference on your final look at the end. So, and especially if you're working with someone, like you want to make sure that they have the proper data, right? So if you're supposed to do something pretty consistent, and then one day you kind of like, you're not doing that, but they don't know about it, then it kind of plays around with the decision making after, you know? So like I was telling before, let's say like today I had, I always put a little bit of sodium in my water, you know, before I come train. And I kind of almost dropped the thing of salt in it. And at first, my initial thought was, okay, it's fine, whatever, I'll just train with that. It'll taste a little bit more salty, whatever. But then I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, but now we're playing with the fluid balance of, you know, like what I'm usually doing. So I'm almost doubling the amount of sodium I'm taking in that workout. So I just dumped the whole thing and then started it again. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like a couple of scoops of carbs away just to like not want to do it again just because I put a little bit too much salt in it, right? So yeah, there's little things like that maybe off season I wouldn't have cared, but now in prep and especially peak week, there's so many things that could change the physique. Like we were talking before, like just from, let's say, yeah, we're adding carbs in now, but because I was so flat in the last 2 days, I don't really feel the pump as I should, right? Well, tomorrow might be very different. So this is a day difference, and my workout will probably be 10 times better tomorrow, just because now I had a little bit more time and more fluid, more carbs, more everything. So like the body can change so quickly in the last week. So it's important to control variables and to make sure that you're not leaving anything to chance, because at the end of the day, it's like, and even if you're working, just you're coaching yourself, it's still knowing, okay, what am I actually doing every day, and making sure I do the same thing tomorrow, you know? And then if I want to make an adjustment, I have enough data to be able to do that. If I'm kind of just doing random shit, then it's really hard for me to make a decision on something that I don't know what works. If, let's say, in this instance, I put too much sodium, then maybe I'm holding a little bit more weight tomorrow, maybe a little bit more water, and like it changes my look completely. Now, someone who's working with you might be like, oh, you spilled a little bit over yesterday. Maybe I didn't spill over, maybe I just took too much sodium, and that affects my look, you know? So you have to be very meticulous on these things, because day by day, your body changes, you know? All right, chest is done. Let's go do some arms. Quentin's doing it, and Morgan. Yeah, we were supposed to be a couple more guys, but some guys just weren't ready and they just decided to do later shows. But yeah, for us, we're going to be all three of them there.
To the side of this first pro debut, right?
Pro debut, yeah.
Pro debut.
Yeah, pro debut. I was actually really light yesterday. Now we started carbing up today. So before the gym, I think I was like 298, something like that. Yeah. So it'll probably be close to that. Like when we dry out, 297, 298 probably.
I was 235 this morning.
Yeah, bro. Like I would have that waist, bro. I'd be like, you know.
I'm excited to see it though, bro, because I'm a big fan of this season.
Appreciate that, bro. Yeah, appreciate that.
I want it to look anyway, man.
I'll let you trade, bro. Yeah. Oh shit. So the guy I was talking to, Niall, he's doing the classic physique. He won Toronto last year to qualify for the Olympia. Probably one of the craziest genetics guys in terms of structure in the classic division. Like, I love his physique. And he's tall. Like, he has a good imposing physique. I remember seeing him in Toronto, and you know when you see guys on video, pictures, and when I saw him in person posing, I'm like, this guy looks so much bigger than what I thought he would. And for a classic guy, you know? And he actually won that show, and I think he's probably the favorite to win this one. I'm rooting for him because I really like his physique, and I think he could do really well at the Olympia. Feels good to train. Especially after our day yesterday was kind of like long, not moving a lot, waiting. Today, eating some food, getting the blood pumping a little bit. Feels good. Energy's back. That's what I was telling Nick. On certain movements, like this one I'm doing here, I'm not pushing it too much because I'm putting my bicep in a compromised position. So then I'm starting to feel it that like if I go too low, like usually where I would stop this kind of curl, I would kind of put it down and kind of put it in a motion where I'm stretching all the way and actually holding it in this position here, so the weight is actually pulling back here. But now that I'm really lean, I would put myself in a risk if I do that. So what I do is I kind of just let it rest and then bring it back up. So there's a little thing of adjustments like that. It's just normally in off season I wouldn't do it like that because I would want to get the most amount of like growth and like contraction. But right now there's no point in trying to do that. I'm not going to grow muscle right now. We're 5 days out of the show. The point is just to get a good contraction and not get hurt. So you can adjust these things depending on where you are in the season. Now, if you're looking at proper execution, even myself, I would admit proper execution would mean that I would put it in a position where it would make the exercise harder. But putting your exercise harder that way would also put you more at risk of injury. That's all she wrote. Oh. All right, So we're all done. We got a pretty good pump. The pump actually got better as the workout went on. Chest, I don't think, like I said, I didn't have enough fluids and carbs, I think, yet. But once I got in the arms, got a pretty decent pump. And we're still flat, but at least there's a little bit of stuff going on right now. And now we're gonna go eat. We're gonna be eating our post-workout. So fish, this is also, we're gonna put some honey in there. Again, unfortunately, it's only available in the US right now. But it tasted amazing, so I wanted to see what it's gonna be mixed with the brownie, kind of do like a Reese flavor type thing. So I'm gonna test it out with. I'm gonna test it out without the almond butter, just to see. Yeah, it's pretty fucking good. This is the thing. Like, it tastes exactly like I didn't know exactly what it would taste like. I would probably, you know what, if I'm really like being picky, I would probably put more peanut butter cookie and maybe a little bit less, so to enhance a little bit more of the peanut butter. That's just because I like peanut butter a lot. But the taste that I was looking for, crazy enough, that's exactly what I got. So tastes awesome. And now I put the honey also in there, and the almond butter. So I mean, the mix is gonna probably taste like heaven right now. And orange roughy again. So this is kind of like my meat of choice that I'm eating with every meal. It's really awesome. I actually made Nick try it, and he loves it too. Back home I have it. Here they actually had it in the counters, but yeah, it's awesome. Honestly, like it's a lot easier for me to like. I would actually eat this in the off season probably. So it's not just something I would just eat because I want to eat white fish. Like, it's something that I would prefer over, like, let's say even chicken breast. So yeah, so meal 5, pretty similar to the other meals that we've had. I had 2 other meals like this that are pretty similar. No fats in this one. So 400 grams of rice, 255 grams of orange roughy fish. So yeah, so far, I went to weigh myself to kind of see where I was after obviously I had a lot of water as well, so it's not just food. I drink usually like 4 liters during training. So, but my weight went up to like 299. So, which is pretty substantial since where I was at the beginning of the day. And I still feel like I'm not necessarily full. So, but yeah, so, this was the day today that we got some food in. Tomorrow probably will feel a little bit fuller, especially if we keep the tendency going in terms of like how much food I'm getting in. Now we'll see if I'm a little bit higher, maybe we might drop it down tomorrow, because there's still a lot of time. We have 5 days to load up, so we don't want to overspill either. But I think doing it this way, which is not overdoing it, will also avoid kind of doing something crazy at the end and trying to get as much food as possible just in one shot, which has tendencies of making people blow out their waist, which is not what we want to have. We want to make sure that the waist is tight. We don't blur out the lines. We're really full, but at the same time, we're not trying to breathe so heavy, because we just try to ram as much food as possible at the end. So this way, we can kind of like go slowly, make sure that we're coming up at a good pace. And after that, there's a dry out process as well. So, it's so far so good.
and I'll keep you guys updated for the last meal of the day. All right, so last meal of the day, oatmeal, 110 grams of oatmeal with 15 grams of almond butter and 2 scoops of protein, isolate. So that's it. So that's what I finished my day today. It's a smaller meal, but it'll be a filling enough with some fats to keep my my glucose levels stable. I'll have a good night's sleep, and then tomorrow we'll see what happens. We'll see where the weight is at. We'll see what the look looks like, and then we'll make adjustments. So last little thing, super easy to digest. I usually use these, and we have those in Canada as well. The sprouted oats. It's just a easier and better quality type of oat in terms of how it's broken down and how it's pasteurized, so that digestion just stays clear. Usually I've had like these common brands like Quaker and all that kind of stuff, and I just wouldn't digest it at all. And that's why I stopped using oats altogether. But as soon as I switched for this one and I tried using it, it changed everything, and my digestion was fine. So it just showed like sometimes quality really does matter. And even when I went to Mexico, I tried another type of oatmeal back, you know, because sometimes, you know, you kind of create an intolerance and you don't know it. So I tried going back to a cheaper brand, and I couldn't digest it at all. So it's really about the quality of the food. So big thing. So sometimes there's things that don't necessarily yield, that you don't have necessarily to go with. There's no brands of quality, but for certain things it does make a difference. And for me, I have a body that's, I'm always eating the same thing, so I know when something's off. So those are the things that I noticed, and as soon as I switched the quality of it, I have seen a negative impact on my digestion. So that's it for day 3. Follow up for day 4 tomorrow. Tomorrow it's back day. We're gonna go back at the gym, get a good workout in, and we might not do a full day of eating tomorrow, but I'll kind of like punch you guys in on where's the direction of that day in terms of like, did we go low, did we go high, like kind of like an idea. And I'll put also at the end of this video the macros that we ended up on today. All right, so we'll see you tomorrow.